Hi everyone. I thought I'd do another one of these. I hope it's helpful. I was just reflecting in my reading in the scriptures over the past couple of days, and something particularly struck me which I found really helpful, and I hope it will be an encouragement for you. There's a verse which has always been a bit of a favourite of mine, Psalm 81 verse 13 and 14. And it says, it's God speaking, and he says, if only my people, or he says, if my people would but listen to me, if Israel would follow my ways, how quickly would I subdue their enemies and turn my hand against their foes. If only my people would listen to me, if my people would but listen. If only they'd listen. If they'd just listen and follow my ways, how quickly would I subdue their enemies and turn my hand against their foes? God wants to help us. All he wants from us is our attention, our listening, our devotion, our obedience. And if we just listen, that's what it is. I love it. It's a beautiful verse. If my people would listen to me, they'd follow my ways. How quickly would I subdue their enemies, turn my hand against their foes? And a couple of things I've seen over the past couple of days in my reading of the scriptures illustrate that point. So one thing is how I've been reading through Joshua, and the Israelites take Jericho. Yeah, they win. They take the city, and there's explicit instruction: don't take any of their stuff. Don't take any of their goods. All of that is to be devoted unto God. That's like there's a purpose for that. Don't touch it. And yet a man called Achan sees something beautiful and he thinks, oh, I like the look of that. And so he takes it for himself and he hides it away, and then he thinks he's got away with it, but then later it's discovered and he pays for it with his life because he forfeits a victory in the next battle because of his thieving. Okay? Now, the weird thing that struck me is this. That was wrong. Achan shouldn't have done that. But here's the incredible thing. In the very next battle, God says to them, okay, in the next city, all of the loot, all of the plunder, all of the resources that you find, they're all yours. You just take them. They're all for you. Right? You help yourself. All yours. Now, in the first one, he said, don't touch it. It's all devoted to the Lord. The second one, he says, it's all yours. If Achan had waited, in the next battle, he would have been able to take anything he wanted. All of that plunder would have been his. And God would have been like, yeah, I've told you, you can have that. If only he had waited, if only he had listened, if only he had trusted God, he would have had all the riches his heart longed for, and yet he would have had it with a good conscience. See, so often when we sin, what we're doing is this. We're seeing something good, that God may even want something like that for us, and we think, I'm going to snatch that, I'm going to have it for me now, my way. And God's heart is not to deprive us of good things. I heard someone say, when God says no, it's because it would kill you. Yeah, when God says no, it's because he's trying to spare you something that's dangerous. So it's like, I don't know, like a promiscuous lifestyle, for example. We see the pleasures of promiscuity. We think, oh, I want that. And you want to snatch. And for all you know, God may have something, God may have something far better than that for you just around the corner. In fact, it's not just that God may, God does have something better than that for you. Even if it isn't actually a relationship of that kind, the pleasures of righteousness will always exceed the pleasures of sin. And there are rewards that God offers to us beyond our imagination. And so I just wanted to encourage you that if in this time you're prone to kind of thinking, oh, but, feeling nervous about, but what is about this? And is God really looking out for me? Yeah, he really is. He wants your attention. He wants you to listen to him carefully. And he promises if we listen to him, we'll know peace. The more we listen to him, the more we follow him, the freer we are. So I just wanted to encourage you with that. If my people but listen to me, if they'd follow my ways, how quickly would I subdue their enemies? Turn my hand against their foes. He'll deal with our challenges. He wants us to listen. He wants us to trust him. Don't rush ahead of him. When we rush ahead of him, we make terrible mistakes. And when we rush ahead of him, we regret it later. Don't rush ahead. Trust him. He's trustworthy. Okay, I hope that's helpful for you. Very much love to you all. Bye.